Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today, it's Game 2 of the three-game series between the Red Sox and the Tigers at Tiger Stadium. Pitching for the Red Sox today is Bobby Ojeda, and on the mound for the Tigers is Bert Blyleven. Yesterday was opening day, and the Tigers won 3-0 on the strength of Jack Morris's new pitch, the splitter. I added that pitch, and now I kind of feel like maybe I regret doing that. I didn't want it to be so dominant, although the split-figure fastball was Jack's best pitch of his arsenal, and so I added it. Maybe I made it too strong. He won. Tigers won 3-0. He went 8 innings. Didn't give up any runs, of course, and he did walk 5 and only gave up 1 hit. So, I mean, it's too early to tell, but I might regret adding that pitch. I guess we'll see how he does in his next start. So it's Game 2 today, and before today's game gets started, I want to take a look and show you guys here under sortable stats the Tigers that we have that whose contracts are ending at the end of the season. And I guess it's important to note this now because if for some reason the Tigers are an average team or fall out of contention, we're going to need to make some trades. So here are the players who are at the last year of their contract, starting with Rickey Henderson, who's only 24 years old. I would love to re-sign Rickey, but we do have a pretty strong bench, and I guess it's going to depend upon whether or not he is capable of at least giving us a 75% steal percentage. So we're going to see if Rickey can, at least provide us with some serious offense. If he does, we'll re-sign him. The next two guys, I can almost guarantee you are out of here, which is Eddie and Andre. Both of these guys have been a major disappointment since we traded for them. Well, I'm sorry. Eddie was a trade. Andre was a free agent signing in the offseason. So unless they really put up some big numbers, I don't foresee us re-signing either of those guys. Gary Hancock and John Mayberry were both free agent signings this year. Mayberry is in the minor leagues as a backup. We signed him to a minor league deal. And Gary Hancock, a former Tiger MVP from the 1980 season, we brought him back on a reasonable contract to be our 4th outfielder. Then we have Tom Hume, who is already on the block. I will be glad to trade Tom Hume if anybody makes an offer, a reasonable offer. His ratings aren't great, and he's in the last year of his deal. He's 30 years old, and we have plenty of great bullpen possibilities. So those are the guys who are on the verge of being free agents at the end of the season. And if you take a look here, starting with Guy Solars, all the way down to Bruce Robbins, all of these players are going to arbitration for the first time. So that's Solars, Gibby, Hatcher, Petrie, Roger Weaver, Dave Smith, Keith Comstock, and Capazello, and Bruce Robbins. So, I mean, we cannot afford all of these players getting a raise. If we're lucky, maybe we'll win the arbitration with them. But at some point, we will have to get rid of some of these players for other veterans who might be more reasonable in the future. So I don't know how to really quantify this, but with Weaver as our closer, Petrie has never really, done well enough to make me want to give him a big contract. Mickey Hatcher just won our team MVP. Is he good enough to give a big contract to? As you know, Gibby can't hit lefties. He's out of the lineup today. So there are a lot of questions here. I cannot foresee me trading Kirk Gibson. But, I don't know. We're going to have to figure out something along the way this season. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with today's game. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. We're going to be giving away prizes this year, much like we did last year. Last year we gave away a Raleigh Fingers autograph. And I'm working on a Alex Verdugo rookie autograph right now, but there could be some other things as well. So we have Bert Blyleven making his first start of the year. As you can see, the Red Sox current lineup batting .241 against him. And all of our bullpen is available today. Let's take a look at the lineup versus the lefty Bob Ojeda. All lefties, as I mentioned, in yesterday's ball game. So we're going to set Gibby down and give him the day off. We're going to put Hojo in the lineup. Hojo, the only Tiger who really showed up in the playoffs last year. He went 7 for 17, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. And he only had 49 at-bats. So he made the team out of spring training. We're going to give him a start at DH today. Otherwise, the lineup is the same as yesterday. Let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Boston Red Sox. Starting with Dennis Littlejohn batting leadoff and catching today. Batting second at second base is Marty Barrett. Batting third at third base is Wade Boggs. Batting cleanup, playing first base is Pat Dodson. Batting fifth in left field is Jim Rice. Batting sixth in right field is Clint Hurdle. Batting seventh in center field is Freddie Lynn. Batting eighth at shortstop is Roy Smalley. And batting ninth and DHing today is Shelle Tarver. Okay, let's take a look at Bert Blyleven. We got him in a trade right at the, I think it was at the All-Star break, right? Yeah, we got him right around the All-Star break. And from Pittsburgh, he made 19 starts for us. He had 19 starts for the Pirates. Those 38 combined starts would have led did lead all of baseball in combined starts. But, of course, just in the American League, he made the 19. He went 6-6 for us with a 4.22 ERA. Not great. 72 Ks in 117 innings pitched. Opponents have batted .269 against him. A couple of complete games. His fastball tops out around 89 miles an hour. His only above average pitch is the sidearm curve, rated an 87. His regular curve is right there at 79. Mixes in a fastball and a changeup, rated an 83 overall. Taking a look at what he did in the playoffs for us, he went 0-2 with a 10 ERA. He was pathetic. We were overmatched. I mean, and he already pitched so many innings, so we're going to pretend like that never happened. We're just going to wipe that out right there and move on to a new season where Bert will be with us for the whole year. Hopefully he'll stay healthy. Taking a look at the Tigers' defensive alignment, same as yesterday, with Gold Glovers at first, second, and in left field with Rickey Henderson. And here's Dennis Littlejohn. He's leading off for the Red Sox. Came over in a trade with the Giants. Blyleven facing Littlejohn, and he strikes him out. It's weird seeing a catcher batting leadoff, but he does walk a fair amount, and maybe that's why he's in that position. One down. Here is Marty Barrett, and Blyleven walks Barrett. Runner on first for Wade Boggs. Boggs went 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. And there's his first hit of the season as Barrett goes to third. And Blyleven already in a little bit of a jam here. We're not going to hold Boggs on. We're going to pull first base in case Dodson pulls it to Murray. And then maybe we can go home. We didn't have a lot of defensive adjustments to make yesterday as Morris was pretty much unhittable. What happened there? Blyleven throws the strike. And, okay, I mean, we're not in one-pitch mode, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, so, so Murray's still in, 0-1 count. And a ground ball to short. Can we turn two? We get the lead runner at second. And Barrett scores. That's the first run of the season for the Red Sox, 1-0. with Jim Rice stepping in. And Rice pops it up to third, where Hatcher is waiting for it. So that'll end the top of the first inning. We go to the bottom half. Boston up 1. Here is the Tigers' official lineup rundown for today's ball game. Batting leadoff, playing shortstop, is Alan Trammell. Batting second in left field is Rickey Henderson. Batting third in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting cleanup, playing third base, is Mickey Hatcher. Batting fifth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting sixth and DHing is Howard Johnson. Batting seventh, playing first base, is Eddie Murray. Batting eighth in center field is Andre Dawson. And batting ninth at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. The lefty on the mound is Bob Ojeda. First full season last year, Ojeda made 31 starts, went 11-11 with a 4.88 ERA, 210 innings pitched, had 119 strikeouts. Opponents batted 284 against him, 5 complete games. He had a shutout. Fastball tops out around 89 miles an hour. Seems like that happens to most of the pitchers in this era. His best pitch is his changeup, which is rated a 90. He also has a really decent fastball, above average anyway, rated an 82. And a curve and a screwball mixed in, overall rated a 91. And with that kind of ERA, it's kind of hard to believe that he's the second starter in this rotation. At least he's younger than John Tudor, who we'll see tomorrow. There is the Red Sox defensive alignment. The only difference from yesterday is Littlejohn behind the plate, and Littlejohn is a 92 arm, so we will not be running when he is in there. And we have Alan Trammell leading off against Bobby Ojeda. Here we go. Trammell striking out to start the Tigers half of the first. There's one down. Next up is Rickey Henderson. He had a base hit yesterday. There's like a change-up. Hits a ground ball to second. Barrett makes the out. 2 down. Glenn Wilson had one of the big hits yesterday. He had a double. Eddie Jackson for a home run. Glenn Wilson with the dong. Game is tied at 1. Did somebody call that shot yesterday? I picked Murray as the Tiger to hit the first home run. Someone chose Whitaker, and I want to say someone picked Glenn Wilson. I think it was Don T. I could be wrong about that, but good call by Don if that was your best guess, because you were right. Game is tied at 1, as Glenn Wilson now has a double and a home run on the season. And Mickey Hatcher hits a slow roller to third, which Boggs scoops and tosses him out at first. We're going to the top of the second. We've got Hurdle, Lynn, and Smalley due up for the Red Sox. Here's Clint Hurdle, ripping it into right field for a base hit, second hit for the Red Sox today. They've already doubled their hit total from yesterday. Hurdle on first, not likely to go. Fred Lynn at the plate, and Lynn hits a slow roller to Whitaker, and Whitaker boots it. Oh, come on. Murray made an error in yesterday's game. For tomorrow, before we start the game, we'll take a look at the Tigers' stadium effects and see what the error rating is for Tigers. We did that in the American League East preview. We took a look at all of the stadiums as Smalley pops it up on the infield. Whitaker makes the play. So I just can't remember off the top of my head. So we'll take a look and see what the error rating is for Tiger Stadium for 1983. Shelle Tarver up. Looks like he's going to hit a fly ball into foul ground. Wilson makes the play. I mean, early on, I would say Glenn Wilson, if he stays healthy, he might be our team MVP this year. Look at the great defensive rating, off to a good start with the bat. We're back to the top of the lineup with Dennis Littlejohn. Ground ball to short, and the inning is over. So the error doesn't lead to any runs. We go to the bottom of the second. We've got Lance, Hojo, and Murray due up. Let's get it started with Lance Parrish. Parrish has a home run against Ojeda, and he gets a base hit up the middle. Good job by Lance. We can't really hit and run with Hojo. He's not a good contact hitter. We're going to let him swing away. Look at that power, though. Rated a 95 this year. He gets under it, pops it up. That was a fastball. Looked like a curveball. Ojeda's got a lot of movement, I guess. 82, above average. Okay, so Parrish on first. One down. Now we can hit and run with Eddie Murray. Much better contact rate. And he's going to get a base hit to right field. Will Parrish go to third? He does. So the go-ahead run, standing on third base. And we're going to hit and run again. Otherwise, this would definitely be a double play situation with Murray on first. So I'm giving him the signal. Touching my butt. Oh. Swing and a miss, and Murray steals second base. That is his first of the season. Did he have any last year? He did have one last year for Detroit and one with Baltimore. So that was just lucky that it wasn't a strike him out, throw him out. And now it's lefty on lefty with Lou. We're going to let him swing away here. And he flips it into left center field. It falls in for a hit. 2-run score. And do we want to go for a double? No, we don't run on the 3-time Gold Glover. And it's 3-1 Detroit. Not a lot of noise from the crowd. That's good. I just happened to notice, like, we scored 2 runs and everyone's kind of maybe eating a hot dog or something. Okay, well, so it's 3-1 Detroit. 2 down. Here's Trammell. We're going to let Trammell take a cut. And Trammell jacks it into the left field bleachers. A 2-run shot, and the Tigers have opened it up. It's 5-1. Bobby Ojeda only thrown 30 pitches so far, giving up 5 runs. Let's see what Rickey can do against Bobby. Or Ricky Bobby. And he hits a fly ball to center. That'll do it. So, Tigers get 4 runs on the board. 2 RBI single from Whitaker and a 2-run shot from Trammell. It's 5-1. Top of the third, Bert's got a 4-run lead, and Marty Barrett will lead off. Barrett popping it up to second. Whitaker makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Wade Boggs. He had a base hit first time through. And Boggs jacks it into right field. Why is the crowd louder for the home run? Are the Boston fans traveling? What's the deal? Was that booing? It sounded like they were cheering. That's a home run for Boggs. First of the season. I don't think he even had 10 last year, did he? He had 6. I wonder what his power was last year versus his power this year. Look at that. 99 contact. 5-2. Here's Pat Dodson, still looking for his first major league hit. Bert walks Dodson. So the home run and the walk, maybe Bert's a little flustered. Next up, Jim Rice, and Rice goes to right for a base hit. Tigers give Blyleven a 4-run lead, and he wants to give it right back. This is a guy that can do it. Clint Hurdle. 1 swing of the bat will tie it up. He's got a 92 power. Playing straight away. And that's a good move because Hurdle hits it right to center field. Dodson's not going to tag with that 66 speed. 2 down. Freddie Lynn up next. Lynn batted .302 versus righties. This is another Red Sox slugger that I worry about. And a base hit up the middle. Will Dodson score on that? 2 out. He does score from second. Even though he's slow of foot. And it's 5-3. I said in yesterday's game that I want my starting pitchers to go a little bit longer. I am kind of Captain Hook. I try to pull him pretty quickly. Smalley hits a ground ball to third, and that'll do it. Red Sox come back with 2 runs, make it 5-3. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Here is Glenn Wilson leading off. Wilson had the home run early on, popping it up on the infield near the second base bag. Play is made by the shortstop Smalley, 1 down. Next up is Mickey Hatcher, Sticky Mickey, ground ball to second. 2 outs. Here's Lance Parrish, big wheel. Base hit first time up, and he's going to pop it up in foul ground for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning. That's a good comeback inning for Ojeda after giving up those 4 runs. We go to the top of the 4th. Shelle Tarver, the number 9 hitter, leading off. He had the only hit in the game yesterday versus Jack Morris. And there's his second hit of the season. Base hit through the right side of the infield. That will bring up Dennis Littlejohn. Littlejohn has a career against some career numbers against Bert from his days for the Pirates. 3 for 13 with a walk. 0 for 2 on the day. And Tarver was going, and he was thrown out. That's 0 for 2 on the season. Parrish threw him out yesterday as well. So with 1 out, where's the crowd at? When I'm calling the play-by-play, it's a little unusual when something good happens and there's absolutely nothing going on in the background. I feel like I'm just yelling and screaming like an idiot, which I am. So. Littlejohn, ground ball to second. Whitaker fields that one cleanly. 2 down. Here's Marty Barrett, 0 for 3 so far on the season. Popping it up into right field, and that'll do it. So the leadoff single by Tarver was wiped off the board when he was caught stealing, and we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We've got Hojo leading off. Hojo struggled last year versus lefties, but he's going to get a lot of playing time this year. He's certainly earned it. Popping it up into foul ground on the first base side. Play is made by the first baseman, Dodson. I took a look at Stapleton, who the Red Sox traded away to Seattle. He hit a home run in his first game as a Mariner. And Murray flips it to right. Couldn't find a hole. Caught by the right fielder, Clint Hurdle. 2 down. Next up is Andre Dawson. Struck out first time through, and he rips it down the right field line up against the wall for a double. So the first extra base hit for Dawson. Second on the season, so he wants to keep his job here in Detroit. That'll give Lou an opportunity here to drive in his 3rd run. Ojeda walks him. Only the first walk from Ojeda. He's up to 61 pitches. And a chance for Trammell to do some damage. He had the 2-run home run back in the 2nd, and he rolls it to short for out number 3. We're going to the top of the 5th. Tigers are holding on to a 2-run lead. Wade Boggs leading off 2 for 2 today with a home run against Blyleven. Blyleven up to 71 pitches. Oh, Boggs drops it into the gap into left center field for a double. That should have been an easy play for Dawson. Maybe he took the wrong line. So Boggs 3 for 3 today against Blyleven. It's going to bring up Pat Dodson. Walked his last time up, strikes out there. Only 2 Ks for Bert. First out of the inning. Next up, Jimmy Rice. Rice 1 for 2 today. And he strikes out looking. All right, so Blyleven bearing down here. with Boggs in scoring position. Clint Hurdle's got too much power to bring in the outfield. Plus, I mean, if he does score on a hit, we're still going to be up a run. Blyleven. He's all over the place. Bert walks Hurdle. So now it's first and second, 2 down for Fred Lynn. Play him straight away, and Blyleven paints the corner. Strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We've got Henderson, Wilson, and Hatcher due up. Rickey Henderson leading off and hits a fly ball to center field. Play made by Lynn, 1 down. Next up is Glenn Wilson. We need a good nickname for Wilson. Somebody out there's got a, last name's Wilson. Should we call him Castaway? I don't know. Here's Mickey Hatcher. Hey, Hatcher gets a hit down the right field line. Holds at first as the right fielder, Clint Hurdle, gets it back in quickly. Second hit on the season for Mickey. Runner on first. Okay, we're going to let Parrish swing away. Oh, that ball was a foot outside. Parrish committed early, so strikes out swinging. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Really want to get Bert through this inning. It's the bottom of the lineup. It's Smalley, Tarver, and then back to the top with Littlejohn. His endurance is 91, so he could go 130 pitches, but he's clearly not looking good. And this is kind of what he was like last year. I mean, I feel like this is the best he has to offer. So, he's a 6-inning pitcher. Oh, Smalley dribbles it into center field for a base hit, so the leadoff man is on. That's the first hit of the year for Smalley. He's not going to be going. I do feel like we need to guard the line, though, here with Tarver up. So we're going to do that. And he rips it into right, and he puts it right where we should have been with the base hit. So I don't think, I think we need to let Bert go the next 2 batters, and then we'll yank him for the lefty. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Now we're going to guard the line for a double play possibility. With the catcher running, he's got better than average speed. Oh, come on. Oh, no. So the first adversity this season, I'm trying to swear less because we have some youngsters watching this year. We're not going to pull the infield in. We're going to leave them back. We'll give up a run for a double play. If it's hit back to Blyleven, maybe he can go home. Get a force out. Okay, Barrett strikes out looking. And that's going to do it. We got Boggs up next, and we know he's already 3 for 3 with a home run against Blyleven. So we're going to bring in our best lefty. That's George Capazello. Cappy crushed it last year. He was an all-star. 69 games. He did start a game. Oh, that was a great game, too. We did a bullpen game, and Cappy started that game off, and we almost had a shutout in a situation where we were desperate for a win. He was 7-3 with a 1.29 ERA through 77 innings in relief. That's amazing. I usually don't let him go that much, but we gave Cappy the opportunity. He came through for us. He had 50 Ks. Opponents batted .201 against him. He had 1 save. He had 4 blueies. That's not indicative of how well he did, clearly. Fastball tops out around 91 miles an hour. He's got a 2-seamer fastball, which is awesome, 94. Stick with the 2-seamer. He's got a fastball and a curve. He mixes in, not great. Overall rated an 85, but I think it was his splits last year versus lefties. Look at that, 163. Shut everybody down. And here he is making his first appearance of the season. Now we will bring the infield in. You know what? I take that back. We're going to bring the corners in. So a ground ball to either corner will go home. Otherwise, we can stay back and try to turn 2, which will be a challenge either way. Here we go. 1 down, base is full. And Boggs pops it up to Trammell on the outfield grass, and the play is made. Oh, look at this. They're pinch hitting, James. They're pinch hitting in the 6th inning. So I think maybe moving the stats versus ratings up 10% has really made a difference. Okay, now I've got to figure out, do we want to pitch to Ivan Calderon? This is his season debut. Pretty good hitter. Only 21 years old. Do we go to Cappy, or do we bring in a righty? Oh my gosh. I think we're gonna keep Cappy in there. Wow, I've never had to make these decisions before in the middle of a ball game. Okay, so we're going to leave Cappy in there. Bases loaded, 2 down. Come on, Capazello. Ivan Calderon at the plate. Oh, infield single. That's bull crap. Come on. Come on. Okay. All right. Bases loaded. 1 run in. Bases are jacked for Jim Rice, who batted .312 last year versus lefties. See, this is tough for me because I've never really had to make these decisions before. I mean, I would just normally go to a righty in this situation, but it's early, and I don't know. I guess we're gonna play it out. Here we go. This could be big. Ground ball back to Cappy, and he makes the play. Okay. All right. So Dodson is out of the ball game. They're bringing in Glenn Hoffman to play first. Typically a shortstop, but he's kind of like a utility guy. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. This is more fun for me now. Those situations are going to be a real learning curve for me. As Hojo leads off the 6th by popping it up. I've played this game for 20 years. This is my 20th year of playing baseball mogul. I started in 2002. And I've never really adjusted the settings. And I did that a little bit last year. Didn't really amount to much. And this year, we've already seen a relief pitcher replaced in the middle of an inning, which that hardly ever happens. And we saw the pinch hit there by Calderon. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I like having to think a little bit more. As Murray grounds out to first, 2 quick outs. Here's Andre Dawson. And Dawson hits a comebacker to Ojeda. So Ojeda has 4 goose eggs on the board in a row now. We go to the 7th inning. We've got 2 lefties due up, so we're going to definitely let Cappy pitch to maybe the bottom half of the lineup here before we go to a righty. Clint Hurdle, 0 for 3 in his career against Capazello. Hurdle pops it out to right field. Wilson makes the catch. 1 down. Here is Fred Lynn. Ground ball up the middle. Trammell makes the play. 2 outs. You know, here's switch hitter Roy Smalley. He batted .250 versus lefties, so I like our odds. Wow. Cappy jams him inside. Comebacker to Capazello. And a 1-2-3 inning. Nicely done. We go to the bottom of the 7th. We're up a run. I'd love to give us a little bit of a cushion here. As Lou hits a home run into right field, number 1 on the season. There's that extra run I was just talking about. Tigers have 3 home runs today. The wind is blowing out at Tiger Stadium. Ojeda is only at 87 pitches as Trammell grounds it to second. There's one out. Here's Rickey Henderson. Deep fly ball to center field to 408 feet. Caught by Fred Lynn. And they're going to bring in a relief pitcher, Bill Campbell, in a Cubbies hat. Great photographs on these 83 Donruss cards. Just those are the best. Take a look at Campbell's season in 82, 39 games, 3-0, 4.01 ERA, 48 Ks in 67 innings pitched. Opponent's been a 2.75 against him. No saves, one Bluey. Fastball, God, you should barely call that a fastball. 85 miles an hour. Yeah, it's not even in his arsenal. He's got two pitches, and they both suck. It's a screwball and a sinker. Call it a stinker. And he's rated a 74 overall. Going to be a free agent next year. Here's Glenn Wilson, the first to face Bill Campbell here in the 83 season. Ground ball to short. Smalley makes the play. We go to the eighth. Tigers tack on a run on the Sweet Lou Dong. It's 6-4. Okay, we're going to give Cappy one more out here with Shelle Tarver leading off. Then we're going to bring in a righty. There we go. That was easy. Good job by Capazello. He had the one hit he gave up, which was that infield single that scored a run, and then he was just lights out. We're going to bring in Dave Smith. We love Dave Smith. We got him in the trade with Houston last year. 39 games for us, 3-1, 2.48 ERA, 32 Ks in 40 innings pitched. That's awesome for this era. 2.35 opponent's batting average, 3 saves, 1 Bluey. Fastball, 89 miles an hour. He's a ground ball pitcher, nearly 50%. Best pitch is his fastball. He's got a sinker, also above 80. Curveball and a fork ball mixed in. Overall rating, excuse me, at 86. And he is going to arbitration at the end of the season. That's going to be a tough call, because so is Weaver. Weaver's our closer. Dave Smith could be our closer. Maybe we got to keep one. Okay, so one out. Here is Dennis Littlejohn facing Dave Smith, striking him out. 2 outs. Marty Barrett up next. 2-2 count. Oh, Barrett. Inside pitch. He laces it back up the middle, though. That is a fast bat. Single for Barrett. And now we've got Wade Boggs already hit a home run today. And, we haven't flipped over to the in-game stats. So, yeah, he's 3 for 4 now. I think we let Dave Smith pitch to Wade Boggs. This is risky, but we've got the righties coming up, and I think we need to take this chance. Oh, it's a gapper. Oh, crap. Oh, Barrett holds on it. There was 2 outs. Why wasn't he going? That is the second double to go with a home run today for Wade Boggs. So he's got 4 hits, 3 extra bases today. And this is fine. I have no problem with this, other than we're going to pull the outfield in, keep the ball in front of us. Hoffman, first appearance today, doesn't have a lot of power. So if he does get a single, we want to prevent Boggs from tying the ball game. Here we go. 2 down. And he pops it up. Somebody call it. I got it. Okay, there we go. So Smith gets out of the jam he created for himself. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers are up 2. It's Hatcher, Parrish, and Hojo. Here's Mickey. There's a base hit to the left. I mean, Hatcher not letting up this year. Already has 3 hits in the first 2 games. We got to like that. Here's Lance Parrish. Parrish needs 19 home runs to reach 100. That's a tall order as he walks. First and second, nobody out for Hojo. Hojo looking for a hit. Him and Henderson are the only two that don't have a hit today. Oh, he strikes out. He went all screwballs against Hojo. And that was a good call. He struck him out. So here's a double play situation now with Eddie Murray up. Murray got that stolen base earlier today on the missed hit and run, and he walks to load the bases against Bill Campbell. Now, Dawson did have a borderline horrible season for us last year. Barely over 600 OPS, but the one thing he did do is he was clutch in RBI situations. So, one down, bases loaded. Let's see what Dawson does. Oh, weak comebacker. Oh, it does score a run. That should have been a double play. We'll take the run, though, and the RBI to Dawson. So 7-4, Detroit with Sweet Lou up. And Lou strikes out on that damn screwball. That's a good pitch. We're going to the ninth inning. Up 3. We're going to bring in our closer. That is Roger Weaver. He's going to face a couple lefties here, but he was awesome last year versus lefties. 70 games, 7-6 record, a 1.30 ERA, 42 strikeouts. First time in his career he had more strikeouts than walks. Opponent's batting average of 178, 23 saves, 2 blueies. But the splits, look at that, both under 200 batting average. So even lefties he took care of. So we're going to ask him to close out this ball game. It's Rice, Hurdle, and Lynn. So those are 3 really decent hitters. Jim Rice leading off, ground ball, just short. There's 1 out. We're leaving a Hatcher in there at third instead of bringing in Guy Solars as a defensive replacement. Hopefully that won't come back to haunt us. Clint Hurdle, ground ball to Whitaker. 2 quick outs. Tigers 1 out away from going 2-0. Here's Fred Lynn. Lynn, a ground ball between first and second. That's the ball game. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks for everyone. Tigers win 7-4. And we go to 2-0 on the season. No trade offers. Let's take a look at the standings. We're off to a 2-0 lead. Look at Cleveland. 3-0 on the season already. We had 3 home runs in that ball game. That is second to Seattle. Toronto's the team I'm really curious about. They've only got 1, and they're 0-3 on the year. Okay, let's take a look at the National League out of curiosity. And the Dodgers are 3-0. San Francisco is 0-3. Let's take a look at the headlines, the Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. And there is nothing to report today. We sent all the newspaper men home early. Let's take a look at transactions. Mike Witt, who is a starter for the Angels, is going to miss 2 weeks with an injury. And, he got lit up in his first start of the year, giving up 9 runs and 10 hits in 4 innings. So they're going to put him on the IL for 2 weeks. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the like button. That's just a nice thing to do. There's my Google page with the Brainiac Baseball logo. And who is the player of the game? We're going to give it to Lou Whitaker. Sweet Lou, 2 hits, including a home run, 3 RBI. 3 home runs overall, including Glenn Wilson and Alan Trammell. Bert Blyleven gets a win. That's nice. Did not pitch great. Gave up 9 hits and 4 walks. But that is kind of what he was like last year. Bullpen comes in, does the job. Roger Weaver getting his first save on the season. Bobby Ojeda takes the loss. He's 0-1. Wade Boggs, 2 doubles and a home run. Good job by him. Tarver caught stealing once again. Okay, that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow with Game 3 of the 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great night.